Alright, so here we go. My plan is to do this in about 9 hours. So, just a couple of things before we get started. I know I'm probably a year late to posting Elden Ring videos, but I just discovered this about 6 months ago and I've been playing it off and on, and I really enjoyed it. And uh, the character that I'm playing is actually not originally mine. I had gotten through New Game probably 6 or 7, and my game crashed, and I could not get anything back. We're gonna skip all these cutscenes, and I tried and tried, could not get anything back. So eventually, I just had to find, rather than start from scratch, start from nothing. I got a character just from like maybe Fextra Life or something, and I downloaded it, and they had completed NG1, ready for NG2. So I've played. This is, I guess, NG4. Uh, Now I did do some modifications. So in addition to just building through that character that I was able to download and or upload, I guess download. I did some modifications, and as we go through the game, you'll see that I've done a number of modifications. None of the mods superpower my character at all. Everything is pretty normal. I did go through the stats that I had when my game crashed. I did. Oh, let me get my potion here. I did go through and regain those stats. So where I was at, oh, I'm gonna get killed because the stupid guy is staring at his staff instead of switching. So that's the only, if someone's gonna say that I've cheated, then that's really what I've done, is artificially got my old stats back that I've applied to this. But that's really the only thing that I've done. There are some other mods you'll see as I go through the game. For example, the maps. Most of these I've got from Fextra Life, and they are actually, you can see it here. The map, it's really nice that they provide the map that you can find the pieces, but personally I find it pretty unhelpful. So the map for goblins, it shows you where all this stuff is. It doesn't artificially open up the sites of grace. For example, you can see that little arrow. It tells me that that's where the site of grace is. I can't go there. I still have to manually open this stuff up. And here's an Evergoal or a jail. All of these caves. You've got Uchikatana there. So it shows you where a lot of this stuff is. And I've actually gone through the regulation.bin file, I think, is where all that stuff is in. And I've gone, it was actually really crowded. Personally, it was somewhat difficult to even find things. So I've gone through and deleted a lot of stuff that was in that file. It's such a great aid. But I tailored it to how I use this. So I've gotten rid of all the gold runes for the most part and smithing stones. I've already got all the bell bearings from that, from previous games, so I don't really need runes. I don't really need the bell bearings. So that's what I'm doing here, and some of the mods. So my goal for this video, well, the first couple of times I went through the NG1, NG2, I just explored absolutely everything. I probably invested about 500 hours in between those two, and actually when I started, it was really complicated. I'm new to video games. My partner got me into video games, and uh, my idea of video games was playing Atari when I was in high school. So this is all very new to me. I've been playing for probably 2 years max. I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla, a couple of the Dying Light, that kind of stuff. And so Elden Ring, I picked up. People told me I would like it, and I think I played it for about 6 hours. It did not make any sense to me. It was frustrating, and so I put it down for about 6 months and picked it up and invested some more time, and I really like it now. And so between NG1 and NG2, or I don't know if is it NG0, NG1, I invested probably 500 hours, and I looked on various videos on YouTube, and there are ways, there are speed runs, astonishingly, by taking advantage of glitches. You can get through in a couple of minutes. I'm not really into that. What I wanted to do is even like a 2 hour run seems quick to me. What I wanted to do was get all the remembrances, and then there are other bosses you've got to kill along the way. So between 8 to 10 hours, I want to get all the remembrances and get through Elden Beast. So that's my goal.
You're a tarnished, and I can also that you're not. Then why
Gonna
not purchase? I am
pass
Carlin.
through the stuff here. Now, I don't have any need for pretty much anything that these folks are going to sell me, but I probably will just stop in. You know, I don't think I've got any of this stuff, so why not? There's no reason for me to have this armor. I've got, as you can tell from my character, I'm
Goodbye.
uh, going pretty minimalist, and even my outfit is a mod. So these are the Zaymor, I think Zaymor leggings, but one of the mods uses the gold mask waistplate, and so I thought that that was kind of nice, kind of fun. And so that's what I'm wearing, and other than fighting a couple of the bosses, I won't be putting on any other armor. But there are some bosses where I do find that I need the armor. And just for a warning, some people show them playing and they're out to show their skill, and you can be amazed at their skill. I am an awful player. I am not going to pretend that I am a good player. I am absolutely not. My hands just don't like. I'm using a PC, and I'm using an Xbox controller, and my even after playing for what 2 years now video games, my hands are still just not used to this. So I'm an awful player. My brain doesn't really know how to do this stuff very well. So I muddle my way through. I have never played online. Not into is it that it's called PvP? Everything that I do is just here, and I play just because it's fun to look at the stuff. I mean, this is amazing artwork. Just I can't imagine how much time it took to create all of this stuff. I just really want to just sit down here, but the wolves are bugging me. So I'm going to try really hard to... Oh, I bet this is Melina. I bet she wants to have a chat. Now, presumably, you would have already got Torrent if you're watching this. Now, if for some reason you don't have Torrent...
Have you heard of the Finger Maidens?
Yeah, we're going to skip through this
They
stuff.
serve, but you. I can play turning root to aid you. You need to the foot. Then it's settled. Summon me. Ah, Torrent. Treat him with...
And of course, as you've seen, I've already got Torrent. Here's another another really cool mod, I think, Boss Resurrection. It lets you resurrect a boss, and so I am an awful player, but I have actually practiced trying to kill the bosses because it's so hard for me. It takes... So when I got to Elden Beast Radagon the first time,
everyone who...
I think I spent 2 weeks trying to kill those two. And a lot of that was Googling, watching videos, seeing how other people doing it or did it.
Can you
respecking a couple of
the
times.
poor
So
thing deserves, and it'll be glad. It was. Oh, tell them I love. I'm trying again. It was. Oh,
I think,
tell them I
okay, yeah,
love
there we
them.
go. So where was I? Oh yeah, so that mod that allows you to resurrect bosses did help me to get a little bit better. And so my goal of 8 to 10 hours does not count how many times I'm going to have to shut off the video and try to kill these bosses. Now most of them don't give me too much trouble. The level that I'm playing, and so that is, again, if someone's going to say that I've cheated, one was getting all my stuff back artificially from when I lost everything when my game crashed. But since I basically had to start over with someone else's character, uh, I'm probably playing an NG 10 or 11. Oh, Melina wants to chat again. Let's see what Melina wants. On an NG4 board. And so that's not quite fair, but you'll see I still struggle a lot. I am just not a great
This light, but
player.
now you can see the rays of a demigod. If the rays and the Elden as an ally, I pray to face the of a demigod. If the rays and the Elden as
This
an
is
ally,
one of
pray
the
to
annoying
face
features,
upon the
personally,
cliff
of
a demigod. If the rays of then the Elden
Elden
as an
Ring
ally, pray
is
to face the challenge.
that you, for to advance a lot of the quest lines, you have to exhaust all the dialogue, but they don't really let you know when the dialogue's been exhausted, so you just have to keep pressing the button until you see that it's come again. So, and you will see, again, I'm an alpha player, so you will see I almost always make use of my mimic tier, which is maxed out. Let's skip all this. And if I can use cooperators, I always use them. And I am not in this to demonstrate my amazing skill. Oops, my mimic tier didn't get summoned. I'm just in this for the fun of playing, recognizing my limitations, that I am just a crap here. But I do like thinking of some of these problems.
Warrior blood must truly run in
Hand
my
muscles don't seem to want to do what a skilled player would do. So the plan is to get through Limgrave, and actually I've got my list here. Kill Crafted Scion, that was number 1. Stormhill Shack to talk to Roderica, I've got that. And the one, I'm going to try to do only the required things that I have to do to get all 25 or all 15 remembrances. And there are 2 exceptions. One, I really like Nepheli, and so I want to get her on the throne. So I'm going to do the things that it takes to get her on the throne. That'll mean a couple of little side things. But I've also never done the Diallos quest line. Somehow I've always missed that. And this character... Oh, she's got stuck. The first time around, I basically just killed everybody, including Gostok, and other people that I actually needed to advance some quest lines, so... Oh, okay, so it looks like I've got his quest line done. Or not his quest line, his dialogue. So, the Diallos mask, I don't have that, and even when I did it the first time around, somehow I missed all that. And in fact, I missed Jarburg, the whole town of Jarburg, for a long time. Let's see, so there is an eagle around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Let's try to kill this guy. So just a quick look at my stats. So if you're just starting out, a lot of these bosses, even those eagles, can be really challenging. But as you can see, I'm almost level 400. I've got a lot of this stuff. It's not maxed out, but faith is maxed out. So basically an intelligence faith build. Very little in arcane. Endurance is relatively low, but I'm not wearing any armor really. So I don't have heavy armaments. So that's actually fine, but that gives me a light build. Since I'm not really wearing much. As an intelligence faith, I don't really need a whole lot. Much of what I do is ranged damage using a lightning spear. I think is just really amazing for a faith build. I am using the Golden Order seal. Of course, it's plus 10. I've got my Sword of Night and Flame. It's pretty light. It doesn't do as much damage apparently as when the game first opened. This is patch, I think 1.8. 1.9 is what crashed my entire system and I couldn't get anything back. Not only did did the game keep crashing, but 1.9 crashed my entire computer. I literally had to not restart. I had to reload Windows, so I basically lost most of the stuff on my computer. I mean, I had all my files, but okay, so you don't need to know about that. So I'm at 1.8, and that's why I'm at 1.8, because 1.9 crashed my system. I've got my Prince of Death staff. For a long time I was using Lusat, Sincari, and Regal, but with this Intelligence Faith build, the online calculator showed that this actually is more powerful. And so I've got Giant Seal, Staff of Loss, Gravelstone in the offhand, and that's really just to supplement the lightning. Gravel supplements lightning. Giant Seal supplements the Giant Flame Take Thee, and Staff of Loss. That's the Night Shard Night Comet, and I'll switch that out with the Meteorite staff because I like to use the meteorites of Estelle. And in fact, I'm going to do that now because since I've got the lightning, no, that's Carrion Regal. That's not what I want. I want the meteorite. There we go. Since I've got lightning, I really don't need the Night Comet. Sometimes the invaders, I like to use the Night Comet. It's a little bit easier because they dodge so much. So here's the same War Leg Wraps. I've got the Graven Mass, greatly raises sorceries. Here it spells consume less mind power, the FP, the shortened spell casting time, although I'm never really can't really tell that it does a whole lot. And then Shard of Alexander, that should actually be Phlox, raises potency of incantations. So and then my Mimic Tier and my healing, that's all I've got. So okay, that's my build. Let's see, what am I doing here? Okay, we've got to go, and actually let me check my list. I've got to talk to Nepheli. So that's yeah, I killed Margit. Yeah, so I'm gonna get to Nepheli, and she is right next to Godrick. So that's what we're doing right now. So occasionally you may hear me talking to my dogs. I have 4 dogs. Recently had 5. My shepherd passed a few months ago. He was about 15. I thought bigger dogs like that only lasted 8 to 10 years, but he lasted 15, so that was a nice long life for him. He was a rescue. He was probably about 2 when I got him. He was turned in for being a biter, but he was just the best dog. I have no idea why they thought he was a biter. Oh, how did I die? I just wasn't paying attention. And one of the things I should not have done... Kybella, go lay down. Go lay down, Kybella. Kybella, go lay down. I am trying not to go grab stuff. I obsessively, compulsively just grab all the stuff. And that's what got me killed just then, because I had no need to grab that, and I got bombed because of it. So, what annoys me about Elden Ring, the target lock has two jobs, target and lock. It doesn't do either consistently, so I often get killed. I see there it autoed. Okay, so for this, well, maybe I can get those guys. I was going to try to clear out those barrels, but they got it from me. There we go. And one of the things I like about Lightning Spear, well, three things. It just doesn't use all that much FP. It's got some pretty good distance, and it is so powerful. It just obliterates these people, especially when your faith is maxed out and my intelligence. So the Golden Order seal, this is what the online calculator said would be the most powerful for my build, and I've got intelligence and faith faith maxed out, intelligence pretty high, and then since I'm using the with the lightning incantations, I've got the gravel seal, and that dramatically improves it even more than it already even more than it already is. Okay, let's get back on task. Now I have to get into this room, and I almost always die when I face this guy the first time, because you can't run in and out. It forces, and actually, I wonder if I switch to Blasphemous Blade. Blasphemous Blade is, at least for me, seems to be just the most powerful. People complain it's almost like cheating because of how powerful it is. Let's see if this allows me to survive this. But it doesn't let you leave. And okay, let's... Yep. I just kind of survived that. And it locks the door behind you. But... So I just died and had to start over. That room where you have to get the rusty key, he always kills me every single time. And I am just not a skilled enough player. Plus, most of my stuff is, all my attacks are ranged. And I even switched to Blasphemous Blade, thinking that that would save me, but he just kills me so fast, and it's such tight quarters. And the first time you go into that room, it locks the door behind you. And so, you can't get out. So, of course he killed me, and I started over. And unfortunately, I actually forgot to restart the recording. So I've gone a little way through the game. I'm replaying just so you can see what I'm doing. But I didn't get too far. I ended up getting to the next site of grace, and Melina wants to have a little chat with you while you're there, giving you access to the round table hold. So I'll talk you through that. Now surely if you're watching this, you've already got through you got to the round table hold, so that's not going to be news to you, but this is where I get killed. So I get this guy out of the way. I open up this door. The rusty key is just right back there, so I ran back there. I had to get my my runes. I hadn't taken my magic potion. My wondrous physic is my a twiggy cracked teal, I believe, and that saves my runes for me. I hadn't taken that, so I had to go back and grab that. So there may be a far easier way, a far faster way to get to Godrick, Nephelian Godrick, but this is just the way I've always done it. And I suppose if I Googled, I could find a faster way. But this is actually just fine. It takes us through a lot of the castle. And so speaking of Googling, one of the things that I really liked about the experience of Assassin's Creed Valhalla is it had a lot of context menus, and it told you what to do next when you needed help. You can hear the two smaller dogs back there playing. So, okay, so here's where we're about to get to our site of grace. This is where I ended up resting, and Melina wanted to have a chat here, and this is where she let me into the round table hall. So, okay, now let's proceed on, now that we're recording. So, get these eagles out of the way. And there's 3 here, but there's a 4th one back behind. Is that a rampart? And we shouldn't aggro that. So now if for some reason you haven't been here before, you really want to jump down there and follow the path, and that gets you to some stuff that you would really need, but you don't need that. So we're just going to proceed down here. And I think Rogier, oh, I need to stop grabbing stuff. Like I said, I compulsively just grab all the loot, and I don't need it. Is it Roger, somebody that he's a sorcerer? Let's go chat with him. We really don't need to, but he's right here.
Ah, the pleasure's mine. I'm looking for when I'm not hot but enough about this place. Not exactly a place.
We'll see him again, and
you can see it then. Well, I'm time, but unlike still, I'm privy to
Round
it. Would you
table
care to
hold?
learn one as a fellow time?
we don't need any of his sorceries. These people don't bother you if you don't bother them, so we're just going to pass on through. There are these 2 guys that used to always kill me, but I think we should be okay now. Especially those knights. Pretty rough. Okay, so now we're going to go around through here. Do not need to be down there. So this is one of my mods from, I think it's Extra Life. The little lantern is just so lame, and sorry, Elden Ring or Elden Ring fans, I don't really care personally for the original lantern. I didn't think that it gave nearly as much light as I like, and this, I like the fact that it's above our heads. I like the coloring a little bit better. Don't need any of that stuff. But let's jump up around here. You know, I think that's the way I went last time, and I really don't need to do that. So, oh, can I get back? Oh, yep. You know, I think it's going to be easier. If I want to get to Godrick, I think this might actually be faster. I'll find out. It's about half an hour before my dog's food time, so they're getting really anxious. I do not need to open this. I have to keep telling myself I already have everything, but I do it compulsively. Okay, so let's see if this is actually the faster way to get to Nepheli and Godrick. it is, because I don't have to go through that whole barrage of soldiers with the huge, I don't call them rail guns because they're not rail guns, but you know, I really should try to just sprint, try to sprint past this guy, because I don't need to fight him. And I need to keep telling myself, anytime I can sprint past people, do it. So yeah, this courtyard, I had been taking the long way around, and let's go ahead, I think there's a lift here that we should probably grab. Nope, not, the lift is not here, there's this guy. So let's get rid of him before he gets rid of us. Oh yeah, so I was saying that my dogs, it's about half an hour before their meal time, so they were getting anxious. Ooh. So, as you can see, I died. I am back. I killed whatever that thing is. Now we are ready to move on, and I actually did proceed through this a little bit. We've got to get through this big courtyard, and there's a lot of things we want to try to avoid. I actually already ran through here, got killed, so we're trying this again. And I want to try to get through here without aggroing this, I don't know, is it a troll or something? No, I can see him getting up, so I've already aggroed him. But we want to get through here. There are a couple birds. Oh man, there is a site of grace right over here if I can get to it. Got the whole army chasing me. Let's see if I can rest here before they get me. Ah, very nice. Okay. So with that done, I can, well actually I think I want to activate, I think I need to activate this. Yeah, this is a nice little lift to activate if you ever have to go back around. But with those, all these people de-aggroed, I should be able to just sneak behind here. Now there are a couple of birds that are pretty dangerous that I like to kill before I move through here. Not quite so concerned about him. The dogs always get me though. They were behind me, but I did not aggro them. So what we're doing now is getting to Nepheli.
You were a fine warrior. Your only mistake was your choice of master. Let the winds lift you. Well, tarnished I am
So
from here by
this is the first time that we meet Nepheli. And
if I ask you,
let's make sure we exhaust our dialogue.
I'll pass fellow down whatever
Okay, there we go. So let me grab my runes here. I got here before, but the troll and the dog and the bird swept in and killed me. Okay, so we've got that. Now we have to try to get past these people, and there's a couple of these banished and then a troll, but they're not too bad to run past. And into this side of grace right here. Again, if we can rest here and de-aggro them before they get us. Alright, we got it. Okay, so this takes us to Godrick. So those folks aren't going to bother us now. There's some stuff down there. Again, if this is your first time through, I don't remember what this is. I know I have it, but why not try to get it since I'm here? A Stormcaller Ash. Alright. Okay, so now we are going to fight Godrick. We've got our Nepheli summons. I'm of course going to summon my Mimic tier. My Mimic tier is plus 10, so let's make sure he's ready. And let's head in. Let's get this dialogue out of the way. Summon my Mimic. Well, shoot. Get my health back. And I'm probably just going to run. I will usually run out of the way. Let my Mimic grab their attention. Now, the lightning spear may do it, especially since Nepheli is here. You'll see that I use lightning spear for almost everything, but when it comes to bigger enemy, I'll either use Giant Flame Take Thee, he is just horrific, or, oh, you know what, I forgot to use my things here. Forgot to use my magic potion. So I'll either use Giant Flame Take Thee, or I will use Pest Threads or Meteorites of Estelle. You know what, let's go ahead and just switch to Giant Flame Take... Oh, passed it up. He might be dead by the time I get there. Okay, we're going to get our Giant Seal to support the flame. And one of the things that I like about Giant Flame Take Thee is that it breaks poise. It's not doing nearly as much damage as I thought it would. Normally it really
I am the Lord
just
of
seems
all
to
that
melt.
is golden, and one day we'll
Melt it
return
off.
together to our home, bathed in rays of gold.
So one thing that you will notice, and you've probably seen this already, here's my first rune, is that one of the mods is pause. So sometimes, usually it's really handy, sometimes it's obnoxious because it pauses when I'm just trying to get to my status or my equipment. That's the button they chose, but this is again off of, I believe, Extra Life. So pause comes in really handy if the dogs want something. Oh, going the wrong way. And I've got to go find out what they're barking at, or if they're throwing up, which they occasionally do. Rescue dogs come with problems, but they're all good dogs. So we don't, let's see, actually, let me check my list. I don't know that we need, and one of the things that pause is good for is it allows me to go off the screen to my list. So kill Margit, go to the round table. Okay, so actually we are done. I don't need to, well, I mean, I might as well go through here. Might as well open up Limgrave. Since I'm, let's see, that's one of my consistent problems, the Y button versus the A button. I'm always pressing one when I need to press the other, so sometimes it looks like I'm jumping for joy when what I'm actually trying to do is finish off someone's dialogue. So what I want to do now, and I don't need to do this, according to my list, there's no reason why I need to open up this Liurnia Site of Grace. Well, no, I guess I do need to go through here. So we do need to open this up, but first we need to get to the round table after I take care of Liurnia. Now Throps is of course down there, or Thops, and we're going to bypass him, but so we've got that Side of Grace. Let's go to the round table. According to my list here, we have to talk to Nepheli, Rodrika, the Crone, and Ofnir. And it looks like we're also doing the Fiat D thing. So let's see. Let's see if Nepheli is. Well, let's talk to Rodriguez since she's here.
Isn't this the round table? I never knew.
Of course, she was the first person that we met at that little shack. She gave us the jellyfish ash.
So I'm still looking.
Oh, okay. So then we got to go talk to Iggy. We've got to be the little matchmaker between these two. Go back several times.
You're no matter. Lay out your own.
Let's talk to him about Rodrika.
She has it. I saw another eye. I see nothing special. I'm trapped.
I don't know for sure that we need to exhaust this dialogue, but why not?
Besides, despite my different sides, it helps me.
Alright, so let's see what happens if we talk to Rodrika again.
It's all I'm still looking.
Nope, she's... Oh, let's tell her what the blacksmith said.
You're telling me? I don't believe. If I do, I suppose I'll ask my certainly. I know I can tell. If I do, I suppose I'll ask my...
That's it, okay. So, Nepheli should... Oh, actually, I think Nepheli is over here. Well, she is not here. She's normally right here. Maybe she's down at the... Surely she wouldn't be down in the basement. Sometimes she's down there. We can chat with some of these people.
I'm, well, the honor of one. By the way, she's my servant. Take your eyes off
you find her. I want to finish
she's
up.
a servant to my... She's been my... I've lost count of them, honestly.
Now, I don't know if Rogier would be here yet. Oh, he is.
I apologize, sir. Well done. Something to Actually, no need to be polite.
Gives me his rapier. Here's Brother Corahan. No need to chat with him, but why not?
I teach and explore so that one ensuring... By the way...
Since I'm wearing a gold mask waistband, I might as well chat with him since he's...
Shine through you.
Here's my little gold mask waistband. Again, I got that from Extra Life. Oh, who's this? Oh, he just welcomes me here, I think. Yeah, he says it's safe until we get invaded. Okay, let's talk to the crone.
You've time to let the great anchor of all until it was the tragic across the far, but the so brave seek to become let go.
I've never quite understood a lot of this stuff. But I think even the first couple of times around, I ended up fast forwarding through a lot of their dialogue. I enjoy playing Elden Ring. I'm not all about the lore and the background. Let's see if Ofnir's door is open now. It is open, so we can chat with Ofnir. Oh, he's not even here. That's very odd. Maybe if we reset the room. That's another obnoxious thing about Elden Ring. As much as I love Elden Ring, I'll be talking about various things that really annoy me. One was that you never know when their dialogue is over. So you just gotta wait, keep pressing the button until they repeat themselves and you know it's over. Well, that's really odd. Ofnir's not there, Nepheli's not there. We'll see if she's in the basement. So Rodrika's still there.
I suppose I'll ask man.
Maybe let's talk to it. Oh, this isn't Iggy. It's Hugh.
Now, those are of a chap fine and well. The girl, are you out of your food state? Absurd. I refine.
Alright, let's see if Nepheli is down here. Of course she is not. So, not sure what the problem is. Let's, so D is not here either though. He's normally sitting right here. That's really odd. So, okay, Rodriguez Rodrika is gone.
Be sure to tell me she's a servant. She's been my I've lost count, honestly.
Yeah, that's not what we want. So let's see if Ofnir or Nepheli are here. Nope. Huh. That is very curious. I wonder if I have to buy something from the Twin Maiden Husks. I'm sure I don't, but I'm sure I don't have a bell bearing yet. So you can see from all the times that I've been through, you keep all this stuff. So my Somber Stone bell bearings, I tried to get 3 of everything before I left the previous. I don't know, just to buy something, let's buy a rune arc. I don't think that'll bring anybody here, but if not, then my list says to talk to Ofnir, and he's not here. That's very curious. So let's go ahead and come back here to Limgrave. We can get to Liurnia a little bit later. Do we want to be here? Yeah, let's... So where we want to go is Fort Haight. I want to get the Dectus Medallion. And so let's put a little marker there. And let's just go from the gate front. Yeah, we'll just follow this road east. So this is my 3rd beef then with Elden Ring, is that I wish Torrent would go a lot faster. One of the things I did in Assassin's Creed Valhalla is I modded that as well. I think I don't have this site. Let's go ahead and grab this. And no, it wasn't Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It was Dying Light. And once you get to the end game, don't want to spoil too much, but you start out in the city, but you move to the countryside, and you can get a car, and the car moved at a pretty good pace. Thought I still had the lightning, but I don't. Ash of Determination. Let's get my lightning back. The lightning, and let's get my gravel seal. And the car moved at a pretty good pace, but you're covering a lot of ground. So I ended up getting a mod that allowed me to move the car a whole lot faster. And that made the game much more enjoyable. There should be a little jumping spring here, because I think I need to get down to the next level. Where is this jumping spring? Well, I'm looking for the jumping spring. This is part of what I love about Elden Ring. Look at that. That is just beautiful. Look at those clouds and these trees, all the plants. This is just amazing. I'm just astonished at how much work had to have gone into making this world. It's just amazing. My personal opinion. And part of the reason why I spent 500 hours the first 2 times around just exploring everything, because there's so much stuff here. Now, I did not find my jumping spring, but since we're over here, we can actually grab a Sign of Grace, but we can talk to Kenneth. And the first, well, most of the times around, I thought I had to talk to Kenneth in order to progress Nepheli's questline, because they end up joining each other.
The great Kenneth Haight, servant
why
to the
is
true order and celebrated repudiator of the false.
Maybe that's why Nepheli wasn't there, though. Maybe because I hadn't talked to him.
Well, that's no. Despite a you might have heard. Young tarnished,
So
I
let's
want you to a night
go along here. He's eventually
my
going to
fault?
be
Always
at the
threaten us,
fort where we're going. He's telling us to
I
go
will have
there and
honestly,
liberate his castle.
Then he has to think. Yeah. What my fort? What are you waiting? My fort lies to the
Are you waiting for a kiss goodbye? It's funny. So, let's see. Okay, yeah, I've got my beacon for my fort, and there should be a site of grace around here. Where is this site of grace? We missed it. That's actually... Oh, it's just to the west. Let's go ahead and grab this. So we'll see if maybe chatting to Kenneth gets Nepheli back at Round Table Hold. Seems like there's a merchant somewhere here. These rune bears, I just can't believe. I'm gonna grab some of these. There are gold fireflies here. I don't need any more runes, but fond memories of avoiding the rune bears as I tried to grab the gold fireflies to get the gold. There's a pickle, four-footed fowl. No, that's fowl aren't four-footed. But you gotta. Uh-oh, get lost. Gotta get those fireflies and the fowl to make the gold. Where am I at? Okay, I was getting lost. Just like in real life, I can't talk and drive. So, this is the CR for a while, and I kept thinking I had to activate this, but you know, I'm right here. I'm pretty sure I figured out I don't have to activate this, because when I thought this is just such a long lift, when I had to when I had to talk to Blade, when I was doing Blade's or Blide's questline, you've got to meet him in Siafra, and so this will take us to the place where we get down there. So, but we don't need to activate. We don't need to talk to Blide. I think he ends up showing up to the festival where we kill Radahn. But these lifts are just so interesting as well. I mean, they're just kind of, they're visually so interesting. The concept where we're talking about the above ground, underground. So let's grab this side of grace. Then we'll head back to... I'm actually going to teleport back because that is such a long lift. So let's teleport. Let's see if activating Kenneth has done anything interesting here. Like, no, Ofnir's not here. I don't think I've ever seen Nepheli not be in one of these two locations early game. That is a little disturbing. So let's go up here to the Mistwood again and try to get back to the fort. So my character's outfit, so the first several times through I just played like normal. I had no mods, I didn't even know about mods. I barely knew about Googling stuff, but eventually I did have to figure out how to Google stuff, finding Fexlife and other resources, because as much time as just a tremendous amount of time exploring, there are all these ways that you cut off quest lines and you can't do them anymore because you've done them out of the order. See, I think this is a message saying that there's a merchant. I'm sure I don't need anything this merchant's got, but
Dear customer.
let's go ahead and take a look.
Yes, right this way. Right, this. Welcome. Valued. Please, I'm hungry.
Oh, he's hungry. Let's see if we can buy anything. No, I don't need any of that. We've got 40 Trina's lilies, but those are good for sleeping pots. I've already bought his little books. How many Trina's? I got 40 Trina's arrows. You know, what's 10 more? He's hungry, why not? I wonder if I have these. Okay. Even if he's hungry, we've already bought stuff, so... Okay, so let's get to the fort. And the first several times around, as I was saying, no mods, I didn't know anything about him. Google became my best friend as I was looking through this massive, massive world. And I just used the whatever the regular costumes were. Oh, you know what? I should probably grab this side of first. Side of Grace. Which I think is right down here. In case I end up dying, this side of Grace is going to be handy to have. Okay, now let's get back. So yeah, I just used the regular costumes, and then by the time I got to NG 5 and 6, I spiced things up, and one of the Mahads that I found, there is an intact male. So he does not look like a Barbie, where his parts are gone. And so I used that mod a couple of times around, so that made this game, which it is not a funny game. It's a fun game, and it's not a funny game. And having a naked male character running around made the game very funny. So that was surprising how funny it made the game. Do we have this killed? Oh, this rat's chasing my mimic. Okay, so we gotta do two things here. Clear out the fort so that Kenneth can move here. Maybe that will get Nepheli's questline back on track. It's just so... I wonder if I know I finished her dialogue. It's just so odd. Bloody slash. Okay, let's go up here. I think this is where the Dectus medallion is. And after this we go to the village of the... Oh, I know where she... Well, Nepheli is... The next place we will find her is the village of the Albinaurics, which is where we're heading. But I thought I normally talk to her... Oh, you should not do that if you don't have a big a health bar as I do. So sometimes you should do as I say, not as I do. But I do like to do a lot of jumping instead of climbing when I can help it. So let's actually go to... So I've killed that guy. Let's see... Oh, it's not letting me use my map. Okay, this is another beef with Elden Ring. It does not let you use the map if there's aggro nearby. And so, like right now, there's no one here, there's no danger. Oh, but okay, a lot of times there's no one around, and it still does not let you use your map. And I get that they want you to fight battles instead of teleport away, but it's my game. I am playing this game. I should be able to, if I wanted to flee, I should be able to, but that's not really the issue. The issue is if there's no danger, I just want to mark this. Well, I don't need to mark it, I just know that it's northeast. But anyway, if I wanted to flee, I should be able to by teleporting away, but regardless, there are so many times there's no danger around, yet the computer thinks that there's aggro and it doesn't let me access the map. So that's very frustrating, and I've seen a lot of complaints online about that, the aggro / map problem.
Did you manage? Well
Now, the
done,
first time I
you know.
played,
Go
I
ahead.
mentioned that I killed a lot of people.
What's that?
Killed
Well,
everybody my
even
first
the
time
witches'
around.
wife. Just you.
Getting all the bell bearings
Would
from
you
the
like
merchants
icy
and
bright
taking them to
entertainer?
the
What say you?
Twin Maiden Husk. Let's
Very
pledge
well,
our service to
knew it.
Kenneth,
I shall
even though
we shall
he's
hold. I see.
not gonna make us a knight like he
Right,
promised.
Much.
Okay, that's it for him. So we're gonna check one more time at the round table hold, and from there we're just going to go to the village of the Albinaurics and hope that Nepheli is there. So D is still not here. I wonder if there's more
She's a
dialogue
servant
here.
She's been my I've lost count of them, honestly.
He's still. I wonder what I'm missing.
Oh,
Rogier is here. Nope. Rogier doesn't need anything. So we're looking for Ofnir. Ofnir or Nepheli. Nope, he is still not in there. That is so. Certainly Nepheli is not going to be down there. But it is 6 o'clock my time in the evening.
Oh, your divinity, have mercy.
He's praying. Gotta
Just lay out.
interrupt him.
Those
Ask him
words
what
were
he's
not meant in
doing.
prison, my prayer. Well, I
Talk
suppose
about
she has a
Rodrika
kiss, so I
again.
told her. I'm indebted. It was a work. I'm sorry.
And I don't really use I mean, we can go through and look at my my ghosts, my spirits. Where's inventory? Here we go. I primarily just use my mimic. Now and you can see it's mimic plus 10. Black knife, however you say that, tick, great summons. Let's see, I had a number of these in my original profile that got deleted. Oh, somehow I leveled up 2 Latenas. I've used Latena as a cheese before. Again, I've already mentioned I am not an amazing player. I'm not going to try to convince any of that. So I used every cheese possible. Nope, she is not here. So let's go to the village of the Albinaurics. Hope and fingers crossed she will be there. So after the first couple times around, really being frustrated and muddling my way through, I found all the cheese videos so incredibly helpful. And Latena with the fire giant, that's the primary cheese that I used. We're going to want to do several things here. Let's go ahead and activate the Volcano Manor segment. If I can remember how to get down there. Poor little Thropsy is down there. I don't want to give away spoilers, but if you haven't done Throp's questline, it may or may not be to his benefit to do so. It helps you out, but doesn't necessarily help out poor Thropsy. And I think this is the way to get down here. Yes. Okay, so here's the side of grace. We're going to talk to our little merchant. Doubt if he's got anything we need.
You're new. I'm surprised you found me.
My
no
2
matter
lessons
what
I carried
go,
with me from
don't-
NG1 and NG2. Always buy as many swordstone keys as you can find. And always pull the lever. Whatever the lever is, always pull it. I don't think he's got anything I need, so I'm not going to kill him like I did the first time around. So we are going to go around here and talk to Raya. And Raya is going to complain to us that someone stole her necklace and ask us to get it back for her. And this is one of the places where I just got so frustrated because of the lack of help. So I talked to Raya. She explained somebody stole her necklace, so can you help her? And sure, why not? I looked around for 15 minutes. She says he's somewhere around here, but didn't really explain. So I didn't know what I was looking for, and I just gave up after about 15 minutes. And it wasn't until probably NG3 or so, after I was looking at the different people's quest lines. And that's how I eventually got all this figured out. But with the Black Guard having stolen her necklace, okay.
It's rather
Let's chat with poor little Raya.
Could I ask that thug only if you've... Oh, what a blessed
Now,
thug she
I
is.
have found a nice Facebook group with... Oh, okay. For Elden Ring. And I recently saw a picture of a woman doing Raya cosplay. She looked pretty good for Raya with the clothes and the hair and oh, Deathbird. Let's see. Nope. Ordinarily, I would try and kill the Deathbird, but we're on a mission. My dogs are really getting antsy. It's I was about to say it's about 6 p.m. My time right now, and that's when they eat. So let's de-aggro that Deathbird. Okay, let's talk to Blackguard.
What are you looking at? You trying to start something, mate?
Okay, Bella, are you hungry? So I'm talking to my beagle.
Show me, and I'll consider I'm not in love with it. You're first.
Talk to him. Let's get our necklace back from this guy. Let's buy some. Whoops.
Oh, piss off.
He's funny because of how mean he is. Okay, we're gonna talk about Raya.
Alright, well, but it ain't my... Anyway, lucky she ain't down.
Okay, we're gonna buy some... We don't really need to buy any prawn. I've got a ton of prawn already, but I want to be in his good favor.
You're tarnished too, ain't? Can you see it there? I can't see it. Makes no bloody cruel bloody joke. Maybe something with the Ertriums.
Okay, so I think this is where he says one of the funniest lines.
Marika's tits.
That always cracks me up. Okay, so I don't think we don't have a lot of reason to be in. Oh shoot, where am I going? Somewhere over here. We don't have a lot of reason to be in Altus Plateau, but he will show up there now that we've bought his prawn, and there he will be selling his crab. And if you have bought crab before from the Black Guard, it does a pretty good job at providing some defense, some damage negation. Well, all my dogs are running around standing here staring at me, so I'm going to have to take a break here as soon as I get Raya's next to her and our Volcano Manor letter.
Oh yeah, thank you, kind. Did I forget? I seek you a very to steady such, please. Brave most time. You are no the volcano. Oh. This land, the live instead at the base was. I have faith. So I do hope.
This is why we had to get our Dectus Plateau medallion, or a Dectus medallion, to get to talk to her later on. So I'm going to take a break, feed my dogs. Alright, so this hasn't been any time for you, but I am actually back from feeding the dogs, and let's press on. So my next task is to get to the village of the Albinaurics, and I would like to get, well, let's just head to that side of grace. The Hallowed Tree medallion from Albus, and hopefully talk to Nepheli. So, not sure what the side of grace is, but let's grab it since we're passing by. What is that? Oh, that's an octopus. Those gave me so much trouble in my first couple times around. I don't remember seeing the death bird every single time I came through here, but now suddenly here it is. And I probably could have just fast traveled to the Blackguard side of Grace. That would save me a few seconds. Wonder what's in here. I'm sure there's something in there, but I'm going to resist checking it. Just trying to run past all these crab. Crayfish. Where? Oh, okay, here's my side of grace. Now, this village of the Albinaurics, forever, I could not find it. The first 4 or 5 times, I always just stumbled on it accidentally. But I finally, I think, figured out how to get here. And part of the confusion is that it seems to be, because the Midnight Altar is above it, but on the map you can't really tell what's going on. I don't need this thing, I shouldn't grab it, but there it is. I don't normally come from this direction. Where am I going? So let's go south a little bit. How I finally figured out how to get up here is I have to hug this cliffside, and it seems to take me upward. Unless I've missed it. I may have missed it already. I think I missed it. Yeah. Well, I don't know. You know, I think I didn't see it up there. Maybe. Maybe this is it? Look at all these. I don't remember all these tree lilies hanging around here. What are those things? Oh, those are turtles. There's a crayfish. You know, I am not sure where I'm at. I need to be heading west. I think I need to get back south. I think that may have been my turn off. Yep. See, I used to find this by accident, and every time I tried to find it, I couldn't. And now I know where it's at. I'm still missing it. But it's somewhere. The entrance is right around here. This yellow stuff, this swampy stuff. Oh, there it is. Here we go. Shoo! Now, Nepheli should be right here. And if she's not, she's lost somewhere. Oh, Nepheli is not here. That's trouble, because if she's not at the round table, and if she's not here, I wonder if she's still in the secluded cell back near Godrick. I mean, she did let us summon her. So I thought that was the sign that you've exhausted her dialogue. Maybe not. Let's go see if she's back in the secluded, well, not in the secluded cell, but near the secluded cell. Okay, we need to get to Albus, who should be up here. And I want to shift to my blasphemous blade, which actually I thought I had. That should not even be the blasphemous blade. It should be my Sword of Night and Flame, because that's light enough. It should give me a light. Oh, I still have a medium load. I wonder why I have a medium load.
Please no.
There's Albus, he's hiding.
I haven't a clue. No secrets lie with me, not a one.
Come on, Albus.
Oh, please leave me be. Wait then. Well. Oh, we're finished. The curse, I beg you. You must keep. And
Okay,
if you
there
should,
we
then
go.
please give.
So, I wonder why I have a medium load. I've got... Huh. Oh well. It doesn't make that much of a difference. I just don't remember this being a medium load. Okay, let's get to... what is next? Well, I need to get to the 4 Belfries. Well, let's go to Raya Lucaria. And we need to get this key, which is right here, hiding behind a dragon. So let's get to this side of Grace, right here. That's number 2, it looks like. Okay, so let's get back down on the ground. And head north. This death bird just been begging us to kill it. I usually end up getting killed by the death bird. Death bird and night cavalry. Those two just always get me. Now I think the Rose, this may be the Rose Church. Patches might be here. Although we didn't talk to Patches. Did we talk to Patches? We can talk to, not Patches, Var.
You claim what? Aha, my doubt. The
I don't
words
need
are
to talk
true.
to him.
I believe even that's the part. Oh, and give it a try. And if it, I've high.
My favorite line from, let's get our lightning back, from Var is when he takes your finger, does whatever he does, and he says, "You have the most delightful scream, my lambkin." That makes me laugh every time. Now I think the ice hatchet is right in here. And I missed the ice hatchet the first several times around. So now I'm compensating for what I didn't have when I was younger. And I always stop off and get the ice hatchet. Never used it. Although when I calculate, one of the things that I found by Googling is the online calculator for the AR and the DPS, the attack rating and the damage, damage per second maybe? I'm not sure what it is, but for my build, the ice hatchet actually, it ranks reasonably high. Okay, we don't have to kill this dragon. We could sneak past it, but why do that when we can kill a dragon? So let's get my meteorites of Estelle. Let's get my meteorite staff and my staff of the dead prince or something. And let's go kill a dragon. Oh, let's get my magic potion. Let's see if we can't kill it before it wakes up. Oh. Look at that. It didn't even get off the ground. I love my meteorites of Estelle. Okay, we've got our Academy Glintstone key. Let's refill our brain power here. And now we need to go kill the wolf in Raya Lucaria and then Rennala. So, now, oh, we need to get here. Okay, so now we're going to portal back here. Because where we're going is Laskjar Ruins. And there's a... Oh, it's not a Reclusion, it's a Revenant? Those are something else. They always kill me. No matter what I do, I can't seem to stay alive. Now my... the Mimic Tier seems to be able to take a lot of damage. I don't understand why my Mimic Tier can take so much more damage than I can. But if I can summon my Mimic whenever I get to those Revenants, then I'm usually okay. Sometimes. But they also teleport and chase me, so... Okay, let's grab the Side of Grace. There's a merchant down there, but I think I'm going to resist. I shouldn't get that. I don't need it. Examine the seal. So this temple, well, not temple, but the Raya Lucaria Academy, whatever it is so beautiful. Personally, I just think the design that went into it is just really nice. With the architecture. So let's grab this Side of Grace. Oh, you know what? And I need to get my lightning back. My meteorites aren't going to do too much. They're not going to be very helpful in here. So we're going to get our Golden Odor Seal. Let's get our Gravel Seal back. And let's get to the Academy. So, of course, we've got to get through some sorcerers. Gonna cross through a graveyard. Now it seems like the last time I came here, what is that beacon out there? I always, oh, that, was that that must have been my Glintstone key, or my Academy key. So the last time I came through here, these sorcerers killed me. So I'm going to be proactive. There we go. Now, this one isn't too bad. I'm watching him say that and have him coming. Between him and these crazy puppets. Okay, target lock. You got two jobs. Target and lock. If you pick one. I'm not so worried about this marionette swordsman. Those marionette archers are crazy. And then those floppy little bird marionettes too, with their sword feet, sword wings, whatever they are. I don't think I will rest at that Side of Grace. I still got my magic potion, so Let's just try to make it through this graveyard. These zombie skeletons always get me. They move so slow until they're ready to strike, and I'm not ready for them and they grab me. I know I don't need this. I'm gonna aggro the dog, but it's my silver pickled foul foot. Oh, almost got me. Now, oh, now I'm lost. Magic grease. I have never ever used any of the greases. I think I tried it a couple times, and I didn't understand what it did. It didn't seem to help me, so if I need to... Oh! Okay. These dogs actually killed me. And I've restarted, but I'm back in the same spot. So now we're eventually going to hop on that thing over there to our right. And every time I go through here, I always tell myself I do not need to kill this guy, because I already got his sword. And the thing that's on the little altar there is lame. I don't need it. But I can't help myself. So there's my gravity well, which I probably got 8 of already. My somber smithing stone 3, which I did not need. Alright, now let's jump on this thing, go up a level, and we will be at the academy. So I decided for this video, even though no, I did not need to kill him, he's just living his best life, doing his job. So this is where, if we were to follow Throp's questline, that's where we would find him. We give him the academy key he wants so badly, and he makes it to the academy, and that's his little desk. That's all I'll say in case you haven't done it and would like to. So, 2 sorcerers here, just standing around reading. I wish I didn't have to kill them, but otherwise they come after me, so. Now, a lot of times these guys get me, because there's so many of them. There's also a big jar here. So let's see if I can't get at least these guys, and then take care of the jar. Now, you might be able to see that chest up there straight ahead, and I can definitely resist opening the chest because I've done it so many times and there's actually nothing even in there, because the first time around it's a memory stone, I think. But since I don't think this opens yet. Nope. But since I've already been through here, they aren't going to give me more memory stones. So. Okay, now I'm going to run past here, because all these magicians fire at me and usually get me. I'm going to take my magic potion. Ooh, I look all shiny. It must be raining. Oh, yep, it's raining. Come on, target lock. What are you doing? You're not targeting, nor are you locking. And the most annoying part of target lock is when you try to target lock, and instead of targeting or locking, it simply flips you around the other direction. I got killed so many times because target lock spun me around in the wrong direction when it should have been targeting and locking. Alright, so I thought there was one more. Oh, there he is. Now, all that racket I just made, and he did not hear any of that. He was really engrossed in that book. If I just killed all his friends, and he did not even look up. Alright, so here's the wolf. Now, somewhere right around here there's a hidden wall, but we're not going to mess with that. We're just going to get our ghost ready. We probably need more brain power. There we go. I'm gonna fill it up. Okay. Now this guy always gets me too, because he jumps around so fast, shoots lasers out of his tail. Well, let me get my health points back. Let's get some health back, because he's gonna zap me. Oh, I might survive if Mimic 2 does something. Come on, Mimic Tier, do something. There we go. Okay. We should be okay now. Some target lock was neither targeting nor locking. There we go. The other controller, I don't know if this is a controller, but when I'm on Torrent, and let's say I'm trying to fight Knight Cavalry, which is not the best way to fight Knight Cavalry, but a lot of times Lightning Spear won't activate. I press the button and it doesn't do anything. And so I don't know what that's about. Now if you go up left there, or straight ahead, there's a bunch of stuff up there. You can run around the roofs of the Academy. And there's important stuff back there, including the Academy key, the second Academy key for Throps, but we're not going to do that. We are going to just run across here and see if I can avoid getting hit by the giant bowling ball, which I usually cannot avoid that. It usually squishes me, but we'll get lucky. Look at that. If it doesn't get me the first time, I do not need the Feral Calling Finger because usually one of those two bowling balls gets me, but we got lucky today. Let's get some more brain power back. Now, this would be a good time for me to switch to night combat. Although, because these invaders normally jump around so much that I can't hit them. But he was surprisingly easy. Now the difficulty here, oh actually, let's go get this door, because opening up this door will make it a whole lot easier to get up here if and when I get killed. So I'm gonna let them keep doing their jobs. They're just workers. They're just there because they need to feed their families, right? Unless they come after me, then none of my business. Alright, so I don't need this. I don't need it. It's a golden rune. Okay. So the problem is that killing Rennala, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it the first time around, but opening that door, you can't open it from the other side, but now that it's open, we can get through there. And there's no side of grace here, so we just have to hope that by the time we get here, we've got enough energy back. I don't have any more magic potion left, but let's get my Mimic Chair ready. And see, this is another time when it was just really frustrating the first couple of times, because I did not understand what was going on. All these little witch things that I had to kill. Let's get past this. And I kept killing them, and they didn't seem to be doing anything. Uh-oh. Gotta get my Mimic Tier. Come on, Mimic Tier. You're killing me with books. Let's get a heal up. I'm probably gonna die anyway, but so what I didn't understand is that you gotta kill the ones with... No, I'm actually going to... switch up to Blasphemous Blade. Because Rennala is a powerful foe. Now one thing you'll notice is that my Blasphemous Blade, this is another mod. It's one of my favorite weapons just because it makes battles a lot easier, but it is ugly and creepy looking. So I have this nice mod that makes it look silvery. And going back to what I was saying, I did not understand that you had to kill the ones who were glowing. That's what gets Rennala down. And so, whoops. Come on, target lock. She's right there. Oh. Okay, instead of targeting the Rennala that's 2 feet from me, they target somebody on the opposite side of the room. So anyway, I was running around for an hour, killing all of these little witches, until I finally had to Google, and it explained you gotta kill the ones with the gold orbs. And that may have even been the second time around. I think eventually we got her killed, but... Where are you hiding? Little sweetie. Is that what she calls her, the little sweeties? Uh-oh, we're about to get squished by a glowing ball. Okay, did that get her down? Not yet. That was sweetings. Okay, here we go. That was 3. So let's see if... Let's finish her off. And see that, of course, the first time around I thought, well, hooray, I finally killed her. I've been killing these little witches for an hour. Now I killed her. I'm done. Nope. Now you gotta do the second part. Okay, we'll skip her little dialogue. Oh, looks like I need some brain power. Damn. She got me good there. Okay, let's get some help. Oops, should help back. Try to get out of the way of those things. The thing I like about Blasphemous Blade, it breaks poise. Uh-oh, what is this guy? Let's see if we can get her before she does her big thing. Aha, got her!
My dear daughter, weave thy night into being.
Oh yeah, that's right. She's Ronnie's daughter. Remembrance number 2, and that finishes off the Raya Academy. The Raya Lucaria Academy.
Where did ye flee, my sweetings? Come out from whence ye hide. There are books and light aplenty, dither not. Come out.
Yeah, let's go ahead. Well, I don't need to rest there because I'm about to transport. We need to get
Where
to
did ye flee, my sweetings?
the 4 Belfries.
Come out from whence ye hide.
And the 4 Belfries
There
are right here. And the only reason we're going there is to advance Nepheli's quest line. But if I can't find Nepheli, then he may be in trouble. I guess I could go back to Fort Haight, because we've got to talk to Kenneth. Uh-oh, uh-oh. It's a good thing we got Blasphemous Blade. Let's double-hand it. Should have done that for Rennala. Okay, let's kill this guy. One time that's not safe. And shivers. So. Uh-oh, my dog's just scratching at the door to get in. Come on, Caneo. Here's a good dog. Alright, we got our clinging bone. How many of those things have I sold back to Hugh? Okay, so here's D.
I don't believe we've met. I'm known as D. I hunt down those who live in death and weed their death root. Those who live all the more, unless...
Which means we can now go talk to Fia. Oh, actually, did we finish off his dialogue?
Though all the more.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's go talk to Fia, this pervy woman.
Greetings, great. I am great chap. Perhaps you doing so, and you. Do you think it where I come? Ah, my.
And so, of course, she's going to give us a dagger. I've never understood the whole Baladachin, whatever the blessing she gives to us. And
you are
whatever it is, I've never used it. But I've heard that in addition to boosting something, it causes
you in my arms.
deficits elsewhere. But we've just got to get her to talk in secret so she can give us the dagger, and we can move on with this part of the quest line.
I am pleased to see you. Would you like the blessing? Would you like... Now, come.
Now, for my character here, you may notice he's got a hairy back, but the chest and arms aren't all that hairy. I have, so in the cosmetics thing where you can, here we go, talk in secret, where you can change their appearance, I have hair, body hair up all the way, 255 or whatever it is, and I would have thought he would have been really, really hairy everywhere, and you can barely even see that he's got hair unless you look at a close-up of his back. I mean, there you can kind of see he's got little sparse hair, but I would have expected a whole lot more. Did she give us that dagger? I don't remember her giving us the dagger.
Those who live in all the more. Though all the more.
Well, shoot.
Should you spy a map?
She's supposed to give us the dagger when we talk in secret. Maybe we gotta do it one more time.
Would you like the blessing? Would you like...
She's just doling this out one at a time so she can...
Come closer.
Hold this again. And I do wish this wasn't quite so slow, and there's no way to press it along.
You are so... And good day to you.
Huh. Well, I wonder what's wrong, because we're not finding Nepheli. She's not giving us the dagger. Maybe we had to reset the room. Yeah, we go back to this beef that I have with Elden Ring, that not only do you have to keep redoing the dialogues to exhaust it, but you also have to keep resetting rooms. I mean, you're right there talking to people. They can't finish it up right then. You've got to keep
to see you again. Would you like me to hold
resetting the room so that that will then press the dialogue forward. So that's obnoxious to me personally.
Would you like to be held regardless?
I actually would like for you to give me the dagger.
Now, come closer. You are so... And good day to you.
So she's not going to give us the dagger. Okay, well, we reset the room. Maybe there's somebody else we have to talk to. I don't have any of this in my notes. I don't remember this being a problem before. But let's talk to Hugh here. Let's see if maybe Nepheli's downstairs.
Where have you been? I took you for no matter. Lay out your arm.
No, he doesn't need to tell me anything. Okay, let's check back here. Let's see. I need to be in the secluded cell. And she's right around the corner there. I don't... Cause that's the last place we saw her other than when we summoned her. Okay, let's try to run past these folks. Oh, I still got my blasphemous blade out. Let's switch back to my lightning. Gonna resist the urge, the temptation to grab that golden seed, which I do not need. Nepheli is not here. So that's very curious. I may have to do some Googling, but I don't ever remember her not being... No, I think I'm just going to try to run past him. I'm sure I can't, even though I'm safe in here. I am sure, yeah, I can't get to my map. Let's see what's hiding back here. A smithing stone 1. Okay, let's... Oh, wait, he's way over there. If he's backing off, I might be able to get to my map. Although I think he probably saw me peek out my head. Sometimes if I duck down, that'll let me have my map. See, this is just really obnoxious. So sometimes when this happens, I just do a manual reboot of the game. Let's kill this bird. Got a couple runes while we're standing here waiting. Oh, there we go. Actually, I want to kill this guy too. Kill this bird. Kill this guy. Oh, the troll came to get me. I had my map and I blew it. Okay, so let's... Oh, there's some loot hiding back there in that alley. Okay, let's... see if she's in here. So Gostock is here. Of course Gostock is there. Stomping on Godrick's head. Maybe if we chat with him.
What a pathetic Oh! He got what I tell you though. He had.
I doubt if he's got anything we need. I think I've... Did we get one of these? Now we do. I think I've got a spiked one. I don't think I've ever bought the bandit's guard. So let's... Why not? And he had a shield. I just don't use any shields. Ever since the first time around, I have never used a shield. Nope, of course she's not here. So let's move along. And I need to get to the 4 Belfries. And hopefully we eventually find Nepheli. But let's go ahead and get back to the Chapel of Anticipation. Which of course, the first time we were there, that's when the game started. And we could get to the room we needed because the door was locked. But if we can get there through the Belfries, then the door becomes unlocked. So that's where we're going. And we wouldn't ordinarily need to do this, but we have to do this in order to progress Nepheli's questline. So that's the only reason why we're going to the 4 Belfries. And of course there are 3 different portals there that we can take. And we are only going to take the one. I believe it's the second one. I really like these bats. These singing bats. And, oh, who is it that's in the Ancestral Woods? Whatever those creatures are. They sing too. That's a really nice touch. So I sometimes get lost in here. The jellyfish usually guide the way. But you can go left and you can go right, and it's a little bit tricky to know which path you're on. Gotta try to minimize aggro of the troll. Although it sounds like I failed at minimizing that aggro, because he sounds very mad. So we're going to sweep around here. Go up to the very top of these 4 belfries. And so of my 2 rules, always buy swordstone keys and always pull levers. Of course there are 3 special swordstone keys, the imbued swordstone keys. We are going to find the first of those here. Another one is back there on the rooftops of Raya, Lucaria, where we also get the second academy key. But here is our first swordstone key, and we want to go to the second belfry. Last time around I went to the wrong one and ended up having to go back to Raya Lucaria and get that second swordstone key. But let's read the message just to make sure we're at the right one. Precipice of Anticipation. So yes, this is the right one. Let's use our imbued swordstone key. And let's get back to the Chapel of Anticipation. Oh, you know, we didn't check for Ofnir, but if Nepheli wasn't there, well, she could have been in the room with Ofnir, I guess. So after we get the Stormhawk Dean and the Stormhawk Ash, maybe that will trigger Nepheli. Well, we can go back and talk to Kenneth. And when I talked to Kenneth, so the first time around, I think I mentioned I killed pretty much everyone, but I wasn't sure that I was supposed to be killing Kenneth, so I did not kill him, at least not intentionally. I had been reading about how other people said that they set down their controller on an active event. They were standing in front of someone, they accidentally, there's the Stormhawk King Ash, and right in here is our Stormhawk Dean, which I have no idea what that is. And they set their controller down, it accidentally activated it, and it killed let's see, the person they were standing in front of, and of course that messed things up, so then they had to go to the Church of Vows and get absolved. And I was thinking to myself, how stupid are these people that they set the controller down and it accidentally kills somebody. And then that's how I killed Kenneth. I was standing in front of him chatting with him, set my controller down, and boom, he was dead. Okay, here's Encha's stuff. Now, this is just so bizarre. Ofnir should be in there to apologize for Encha. I have never seen that happen before.
Those who all the more.
So he's stuck there until I can give him the dagger. Maybe the crone's got something more to do with this.
Fine, you have earned now to become the thing as now become. Queen, a god, but after grief, Margit not even confirm the finger now.
I'm sure there's nothing there I need to do, so let's see if Rogier has passed yet. I think it takes him a while.
Always so.
Ooh, here we go. About
still
D.
needs.
Maybe this is what we needed to do.
D isn't all. We found ourselves, but our paths have. Though that's hot. D was telling that he discovered the centipede is an egg. As long as then we may be able. If only I could speak. And if they were.
All right, now let's see if Fia will give us the dagger.
Those all the more.
But let's reset the room just in case. Now let's see if Fia will stop holding us.
I am pleased
give
to
us what
see
we
would
need.
you like me? The blessing is still a would you like to? Now, come closer.
Come closer. One of the mods that I saw was Fia's garb, but without her death shroud,
You
whatever
are
she's
so.
got on.
Then good day to you.
Well, dang it! That still did not give us the dagger. This is new territory for me, and I've seen so many places where quest lines get thrown off. I don't think I've done anything that I need absolution for. But let's go to the next stage. We need to proceed north. So we didn't need to go to the Belfries if we weren't going to do Nepheli's quest line, but we do need to go north up here to get to Ronnie's quest line. So that's why we're back here at the 4 Belfries. We need to head back north. Try to get to the... So here, this is the 4 Belfries, but we need to get to the 3 sisters. See if we can do that without having trolls chase us. I wonder while I'm down here if I can just grab this side of grace, but I don't really need to. And it is kind of out of our way. But it's not too far. I think it's right here. Since I die so often on these things, I like to grab my sides of grace. I believe up here is where you can get a jellyfish shield. That's... When I was using a shield, that's what I used. I don't remember what special power it had. It did something, other than just be a shield. It seems like it did something. I'm going to run straight through here. Grab myself a rune arc. Try to get around these folks. These poor trolls. Chained up with their guts scooped out. Now, if you haven't shot down those balloons before, that's actually a really good source for runes. I think it's maybe a 6. Oh, okay, here's my side of grace. And those balloons, you just shoot them down. So get out your bow, assuming you got one, and a really easy 6 runes. Okay, so let's go. Let's see, I want to get my sword here because I want to cut down this... Uh-oh, uh-oh. Where am I? I'm lost. I need to go north. And this will take me to the fake wall. Is this the fake wall? Yep, that's the fake wall. Let's try to de-aggro those folks so they don't shoot me in my back. And then we can go talk to Idgie. Speaking of the fact that I called Hugh Idgie a while back, I wonder if they look similar. Actually, no, he's a troll. Oh, you know, I don't think I've ever noticed. He looks like a troll with his inside scooped out, just like the guys carrying the carriage.
Look at you, I presume. Oh, I am an old Koto here, perhaps you... Oh, when I'm... If you come to... I am... You don't... Raise territory. When the Raya look after Lucarians, I can... That is why, unless you...
Idgie's another one that I killed for my first time around. That, of course, I should not have.
I of the engine, whatever you...
Okay, there we go. That's enough of him. Now, let's proceed on. Try to avoid all this weird lightning. Of course, they've got all these creepy hands here. In a little castle. We should be able to zip right past all of them. Although in this NG4, I think they've sped up the lightning. Okay. Now I should be able to zip on through here, but just in case, I want to take my magic potion. Let's get my ghost. Let's get some health back. And let's just sprint. No, it's not much of a sprint. This is another thing. In addition to wishing Torrent would go faster, I really wish he could go faster. There is a way. Apparently it's the CHR files I found that you can modify those and you can get them to move faster, but I didn't want to mess with the CHR file, so I just don't know what that is. Oh, he's gonna try and trap me. There we go. Alright, so that is that. Now we go to the second phase. And we will get to Loretta. And after Loretta, we can get to Ronnie. Now, I think I usually go the wrong way. I think I usually turn left. And I just want to go forward. These are funny little traps. Those little spikes that pop up. I'm not sure what they're supposed to do. Maybe if you're standing in the little blue area, they do something to you? I don't want to find out. Okay, let's get in our lift, make sure no one's chasing us. Grab our side of grace. And we are almost there. Do I have my... No, let me get... I'm gonna reset so I can get my magic potion back, because Loretta sometimes kills me. And not in the good way. Okay, so it's just through here. If we can sneak past the wolves. Sorry, I'm rearranging my microphone. So my setup here, I actually teach. I'm a professor, and when I give online lectures from my online classes, I've got a microphone that just sits on my desk, and I talk in the microphone. Uh-oh. Aw, man. Well, I don't think I'll stop the video, because I think it'll just take a minute to sprint past here again. Let's try that. I do want to take my magic potion, though, because you never know when you're going to accidentally die on the way and lose everything. Although, you don't need the runes. So when I'm giving my online lectures, I usually just have my microphone on my desk. But the first time I tried to make one of these videos for recording these games, it would fade in and out. And I think it's partly because my lectures would be about a half hour long, but this is several hours, so I would start to fade.